Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, cryptocurrency addicts. This is 88 Fantastic coming to you Sunday, September 9th. Oops, Sunday, September 1st, 2019. The road to 1,000 subscribers before the last Bitcoin is mined in 2040 continues. Please like, sub, share, and click that bell. Let's keep spreading the good word that is cryptocurrency, and let's help get more new people into this very still new, still emerging, the daily roller coaster ride that it is the global cryptocurrency market. It's great to be back. Thank you for all of the help. It's really nice to have people from, say, Reddit and people from the Telegram groups and people from the YouTubers. And you guys are sending me inbox messages. I greatly appreciate that. Absolute frustration for the last 2 weeks, just trying to get some audio to work for you guys. Hopefully, on your end, it's coming through a lot better now. I really had to pick my brain, and it turned out that it actually wasn't the programs we were using, like Streamlabs. It was actually an internal issue with my Microsoft and the whole bit. So let's get back into it. We've missed so much in the last 2 weeks. We're never going to be able to catch up on the news for the last 2 weeks. So I went through as many different things as I could find this morning. And today's video, we are going to wait till the end to look at the numbers. We'll go through the news first, have a quick look at Bitcoin here, and then we're going to talk about what kind of value currently does your investment actually hold? Because there's something actually really cool that we spotted last night. We want to share that with everybody. So right here we got Bitcoin's intraday price, a day low of 95.14, a day high of 97.10, currently sitting at 96.37 right now. And right now that's actually pretty decent considering, a few weeks ago we were seeing $1,000 up and down on a daily basis and just constant wild mood swings. So it's actually nice to see a little bit of solidarity in the price right now, but again, still not where the market was really hoping it would be. We figured it was kind of going to be like this right to the end of September long weekend, which is actually the end of that is tomorrow. So we have talked about the entire year since doing these videos in January. The week after September long weekend, there's somewhere in that September 10, 12, 13, somewhere around week at the end of week 1 to week 2, we should really start to see some more sideways up momentum as we push towards the end of the year. And again, the reason for that, we've always talked about it on the channel, summer sell-off. Everybody works the whole year to get the hell away from work and to get away from home June, July, and August, and people just need to get back to work, get a couple of paychecks underneath their belt, and we should start to see some healthy movement in the market here. So let's see who's moving and shaking here. Or actually, we promised you the guys' news first, and then we're going to go look and see what kind of value your coins have. So we got 5 really quick articles in here, and as always, I only try to come out and read a little bit of the article. I like to leave the responsibility up to you, the viewer, because how I read it and how I interpret it may not necessarily be the same way that you're doing it as well. So we are over at CryptoGlobe.com. Roger Ver claims old owner of @Bitcoin Twitter account distraught over pro BTC twitting. Again, if you watch my videos in January, February, Roger Ver and Craig Wright are my 2 biggest global freaking idiots in this space. Roger Ver was for new people in the space, Roger Ver used to be known for probably from 2012 to 2016 as Bitcoin Jesus, which he was. He was a very pro Bitcoin guy because at that time, the only thing the entire world or anybody, the couple of 100,000 people in the cryptocurrency market at that time, all they knew basically was Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? So when he switched over to Bitcoin Cash, this is where human greed and the power struggle, when you're rich and you just want more power and you want more money, Roger Ver and Craig Wright are guys that are great examples of this. Being popular and being rich just isn't enough for these guys, but to try to take control and be the overall central figure in cryptocurrency is what these 2 guys have tried to do. And as we can see over the last 3-4 months, everything that I've talked about since January is literally happened, and it's like these guys are just absolutely brutal. So again, this is a great article to come over here and check out. Roger Ver, the longtime crypto supporter who has become infamous through his feuding over scaling Bitcoin and his support for his project, he owns Bitcoin Cash, claims that the previous owner of the @Bitcoin Twitter handle is distraught over its new direction. So anyways, for the longest time, the @Bitcoin Twitter account basically slammed Bitcoin for the last 2 years, cutting it down, talking shit about Bitcoin, how useless Bitcoin was, how great Bitcoin Cash really is, and Bitcoin Cash should supplant Bitcoin and all of the above, which is absolutely ridiculous. So when you come into this article here, it's just it's like Roger Ver and his boyfriend broke up, and it's just absolutely amazing. As Charlie Lee from Litecoin had posted, I have no proof of this, but I think the owner of Ad Bitcoin must have had a romantic relationship with Roger Ver and recently broke up with Roger. That is the only explanation. Ad Bitcoin stopped supporting Bitcoin Cash. So it's really good as you keep going through this article here, and there's just one part of the article that I had a slight disagreement with, and it's at the very bottom here. It says, while the at Bitcoin handle may be working to support a pro-BTC positive rhetoric for Bitcoin, many believe that it sends the wrong message on decentralization and contradicts the purpose of crypto. Okay, well, I disagree with you because for me, the purpose of crypto is open source, open ledger, open everything. And right now, considering nobody actually owns Bitcoin, there are no Bitcoin when was the last time you seen a Bitcoin paid for commercial on an ad in between your favorite show or whatever? There is nothing. There are no pom-poms to support Bitcoin other than us, the community. So when I can see somebody on something as large as Twitter actually backing it and supporting it, and don't forget, the thing with decentralization, it can only go so far. And as we've seen with how many people have been ripped off and without any regulation, what has actually happened. So again, I do watching my videos, we've always said the two need to go hand in hand. Regulation and decentralization have to work together somehow, some way. So let's get on to our next article over here at thedailyhodl.com. Bitcoin futures trading on CME Group surging up 132% from last year. Another really good article for you guys to come and check out here. Again, we'll just keep it really brief, or we're going to be here for about 2 hours, and we want to keep it something pretty quickly here. So it just talks about when they came in, the amount of contracts, what the daily volume is, and the whole bit like this. Just for an example, on May 13th, BTC traded a record single day volume of 33,677 contracts, equal $1.3 billion or 168,000 Bitcoins here. Absolutely crazy. See, for me, this is the one where I got caught. I've had to come out on my videos and apologize twice because I haven't been completely wrong on two things, but I was just off time-wise on a couple of things. And this is the one that got me in October of 2018. I thought CME, when they opened it up and the whole bit like this, I thought October of 2018 was really going to be a big month for Bitcoin and the market. And as we now know, it was not. So another great article over at the Daily Hodl. We got three more for you guys before we get into the market here. This one is over at newsbtc.com. And this one here, please take it with a grain of salt. Actually, I got to light up a smoke here. Because I took some slack when the last time I talked about Goldman Sachs. Again, for me, when you get people like this talking to market, it's exciting. It spreads the word. On this article at newsbtc.com, it says ex-Goldman Sachs executive urges investors to buy Bitcoin as fear mounts. The last time Goldman Sachs came out with an article like this was about I can't remember what it was, a month, maybe 5 weeks ago. But when this article an article similar to this had come out, the price of Bitcoin literally dropped $1,200 the next day, and it still hasn't recovered since. So that's why I don't like articles like this. To me, it's FUD and FOMO all mixed into one. Fear of missing out, fear, uncertainty, and doubt all at the same time. So over the last few months, analysts across the board, from Bitcoin lovers to Wall Street bulls, have been charting an impending recession. This has left many investors with one pressing question: what should they hedge their risk on? According to Paul, Goldman Sachs' former head of hedge fund sales, a majority of the world's assets, from everything from equities to commodities, but not Bitcoin, are entering a precarious territory. Again, for those who have followed my channel, I've done it on Facebook a bunch of times. I've done it in the Data Dash group up on Facebook a bunch of times. Since 2017 myself, since I started studying money in October of 2017, I predicted that late 2020, basically right after the Bitcoin halving, the US dollar and the global financial system was going to begin to crash. I've been saying that for 3 years myself, got it posted on a bunch of social media things, and we're going to go down, and he shows, I don't want to talk about his charts here, but they show a list of everything right down here below. So here's a list of some of the many issues many of which deserve their own articles and themselves. There's always $17 trillion worth of negative yielding bonds, most of which is high grade. A dovish Federal Reserve that recently cut rates for the first time since the Great Recession, Brexit, and other turmoil in the European Union, crypto or just currency crisis like in Venezuela. And again, they're not putting in Italy in there. They don't put Greece in there. They don't put Portugal in there. They don't put Africa in there. There's so many more countries that are literally, they need to stay on top of things. And if somebody just happens to pass out at their computer one day, it could trigger the next one as well, right? Excuse me. I had to put my cigarette out. So this is another really good article over at News BTC, and here's one over here. I'm sure you've seen this one already, so we won't talk about it too much. All these articles we're talking about literally came out within the last hour. This article is over at CoinGape.com. 1 billion XRP are released from escrow. Ripple promises less dumping. Okay, so for you that have watched me, you know how I feel about XRP. I love the Ripple company. Can't stand XRP. It's basically free printed money for these guys, and it really has no use case whatsoever. So the article comes on basically where Ripple literally took out 1 billion out of their escrow, and they say it's for this, they say it's for that. Again, just not a big fan of it whatsoever. So this is a great article if you're an XRP guy to come out and hold, as they continue to promise their investors that they're going to sell less of the product off. But when you're selling off 1 billion and you're the guy that owns 90 to 93% of it, that's just more money for them to begin with. So anyways, that's a great article if you're an XRP guy. I really don't want to get into it. I thought you guys might want to come see that one. Now, this one here is absolutely hilarious. You got to take this one with a grain of salt, and this is over at ambcrypto.com. I had to laugh when I read this one. Sorry. Facebook's David Marcus quits Project Libra, signs a book deal with publisher of The Accidental Billionaires. Okay, so now here's the disclaimer from the author. This is a satirical piece meant solely for entertainment purposes. Mark, if you're reading this, please don't take any offense to this. Please don't share and circulate my Facebook data. If you haven't done already, that is. Please don't retrieve old high school pictures that he thought he had deleted. And please don't spam him with Candy Crush. Anyways, David Marcus, the head of Calibra and the face of crypto's Project Libra, is no more with the social media giant and is now viral Twitter post, which says, "I have resigned from my position as head of Calibra. My best wishes with everybody involved in the product." While Marcus is yet to release a statement on the reasons behind his resignation from the project, rumors and speculation about the same have been circulating all over social media. However, it may be stranger than fiction. A source within Menlo Park-based company told AMB Crypto that Marcus's resignation was in the cards for a long time. The source revealed that Marcus's dissatisfaction with the company and the project began when co-founder of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, began spamming him with Candy Crush requests. In fact, Zuckerberg wanted to launch Libra in a game action for purchase on Candy Crush. Blah, blah, blah. So anyways, again, you can go back and you can look into this any way that you want. I've said it a gazillion times. What Facebook Libra coin does is it brings massive exposure to the entire world of what cryptocurrency is. That's the only benefit to the Facebook Libra coin. Other than that, it's a scam project where the rich are trying to get richer, and it's all of the dot-com boys literally trying to fight against the old boys' old money. So it's basically like the guys in their 70s and 80s that control most of the world's money, and all of these young punks that did all of their startups with the Facebook and everything else, and all of the master node people that are backing Facebook on this. And it's literally, to me, an outside battle of old money versus .com money, and guys like you and me are getting stuck in it because we're the ones that have the money to put into this one, right? So anyways, let's get out of there. We see a price of Bitcoin sitting at 96.34 right now. We'll give this a quick refresh. Let's see who's moving and shaking in the market. And then, as promised, our last little bit here, we want to look at the market overview, and we want to have a look at where does your coin stand right now and what kind of value is it carrying. So right now, as we see in our last 24 hours of movers and shakers, we see Wanchain sitting at 13%, but at 40%. But don't forget, a week ago, Wanchain had almost hit 50%. So I don't like the fact that it looks like it's looking real good over 24 hours. And you know what? Let's just talk about numbers here. So when we started doing videos in January, we had 2,200, 2200, and now we've got an additional 300 plus cryptocurrencies. Market sitting at 248 with a trading volume of 40 billion per 24 hours. Let's check out our 24-hour volume. This is our top 100. You know what? I want to do it this way. This will take a couple of seconds to load up here. Give me a second, please. Sorry, for everybody that's new, we do everything on the first crack, no editing, none of that crap. It's live, it's honest, whatever I can give you right off the bat. So now we see our, come on computer, let's go here. We want to show the people this. We see the markets, we got 2,543 cryptocurrencies, which is just, I mean, it's good to a point, but when you see it in the way that I'm going to show you here, it just shows you how stupid and still how scammy a lot of this market truly is here. And this is what we're going to look at right here. 24-hour trading volume when 2,500 projects line up. Okay, so what we're looking for here is your actual volume. What is the actual volume? And we're going to scroll down. So out of 2,543, again, for me, the benchmark for something to be fairly solid and decent is usually that $1 million mark. But considering the market doesn't have any, when Bitcoin's at 70%, and then you add in the fact that you got Tether and all the rest of the stable coins, that number actually ramps up closer to about 75, 77%. So there's literally only 23%, 25% of that money to go into 2,500 projects. So let's have a look here, and we're going to scroll fast. We're just looking for the column right here with the 24-hour volume, and just see how many coins we're going through right now that have absolutely nothing. Watch how fast we're going here. Still nothing, still nothing, still nothing. Look at all these coins. Okay, so my other thing is if you have no daily trading volume, how is your company surviving? This tells me how many of these cryptocurrency projects are total freaking scams being run by multiple groups, multiple pump and dump groups, and that's all they do. Leave these things sitting dormant, and then they try to dupe people and they nail people. And that's what we talked about in early videos in January, February, March, is about cycling out idiots. And these are those types of projects that cycle out people where they just happen to see something is doing a certain thing on a chart, or it looks really good, and then all of a sudden you see something that went from $3 to $6, and next thing you know it's worth 1/1000th of a penny a week later. So this is where we talk about doing your research, being diligent, and being comfortable putting money into the market, because you're the one that has to go out and work to make your money, and you're really trying to invest to make something a better future for you and your family. These are the things, these are the pitfalls that I show you to be aware of. So look, we're almost at half of our screen right now, so we're probably at almost 1,000 projects that are still trading at paper route and taxi cab driver money. This is like tip money you give the pizza guy at night, right? So let's just keep going here, and we're starting to see coins, look at, in the 500s, in the 300s. You got something called Pillar that's trading at $670 every 24 hours. How are you still open? Counterparty at $600. How are you still open? You should be closed. Look at this, at 189th, Monolith trading at $746. Just disgusting. I'm just trying to catch these on the side as we're scrolling. Let's just get, we finally broke the $1,000 mark. I'd say we're at about 45% of the way. So this is probably around 1,100 projects at less than $1,000 a trading volume. We're just going to keep going. When do we actually, we'll go up till we see $500,000, because that's somewhat legitimate, but still very, very weak to have $500,000 of trading volume, because even that can still be moved by a pump and dump group and be really deceptive to people and really cycle out a lot of bad traders, people that cannot do their own research and understand these things. Again, so now as we're scrolling, look at, we're starting to see coin at 2,100, a coin at 300, coin at 500, 380, IDEX at 258 with $3,800 of volume. Still scrolling down until we get to the $500,000 mark. And this isn't even the cool thing I wanted to show you guys yet. Look at, now we hit $10,000. Where did we hit 10,000? Right here. We're probably at about 60% right now. So that's probably around 14 to 1,500 cryptocurrencies that have still no volume whatsoever. Excuse me. Let's just keep scrolling. We're going to go until we get all the way down to $500,000. This just shows, I'm going backwards. I know I could have did it the other way, but I just want to show you the impact and how many scammy coins are still, and useless projects that don't even need to be. If they redid the entire market and literally just put in the top 200 and everything that had a decent trading volume, I firmly believe that this market would be taking off a lot faster than really what it is, because you get so many new people that come out. They think they know what they're doing. They think they've done a little bit of homework, and they come in and they start seeing some of these, and this is where they get cycled out, absolutely beaten down. And guys like that, they're never coming back into the market again, right? Just like at a game of poker where you find out you're the guy at the table that the other four guys were all buddies, and they basically gang up and cycle out and take your stack. And that's what a lot of this is as well. So let's just keep going. We're going to try and go a little bit faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. Oh, we broke 100,000. We're probably at about that 75% mark right now. So we got about 1,700 coins, 16 to 1,700 that don't even have $100,000 of actual trading value in them. And now we're just going to hammer through these because we are getting right to the end of the list. But that just shows you. There's our $500,000 mark right here at the 249 mark, 159, 359. We got one in the 2000s. But look at where we are at our screen. We are literally at probably 85 to 90% of the actual market itself, which is absolutely disgusting to see when you got 2,543 coins and literally only 100 of them are trading at $500,000 or more. It's absolutely disgusting. So here's what we wanted to show you guys, and this is what I wanted to look at today. So we see our market cap today sitting in that 245 to 250 mark. Now go back a few months, and when was the last time that happened? And we are looking at basically the end of May, the first week of June. So that gives us June, July, August, which basically gives us our first 3 months. So now the key indicator that we're going to look at today is our 90-day column. This is all we're looking at is our 90-day column today. And why is that? Because 90 days ago, the market was sitting at 245 to 250, had ramped up all the way up 80, 90 billion to the 333, 330 to 340 mark, came all the way back to that 250 mark. So what has happened with your coin, your project, when the last time the market was at 250, ramped up and came all the way back down to 250? This is going to be disgusting because we've talked about this for about 6 months now. When in 2017, when the round one of idiots, the YouTube people that bought everything that said white paper, those people got cycled out in May and June, July of 2018. And what we had hoped for in the summer of 2019, as I have said, I wanted to see the round two of dummies get cycled out, and we have definitely seen that. The round two of dummies are those guys that were on Reddit and Telegram and on Twitter, and they were the all-knowing. Their charts were accurate. They were the best. They knew more than you. Their projects were the best. Your coins suck. Your bags. All those people are almost all gone. The vast majority of the toxicity in a lot of these groups has actually disappeared in the last 6, 7, 8 weeks. It's nowhere near as bad as it was at the beginning of the year. Okay, so in the last 90 days, we've seen the market go from 250 up to 340 and back to 250. Now on the 90-day calendar, this is where it gets gross because everyone has been buying out of their coins and putting it basically back into Bitcoin. And why is that? Because the third generation of investors, which are the guys that are literally coming in right now and in the last couple of months, they don't know any of these projects except for Bitcoin. As somebody in the space that's been here doing this long enough, you have to tell yourself and start telling the other people on social media, new people don't know what's going on and they need a helping hand. So again, get them over to the channel, like, subscribe, all that kind of crap, and get them over here to ask some questions. So here's where it starts to get gross. I don't even want to talk about the projects. You just watch this column at 90 days. We'll do the top 50 here because it's just absolutely gross. And we'll actually see, other than Bitcoin, at 20% in the last 90 days, what else has moved. And look at the columns. Look how gross this is in the last 90 days. From 250 up all the way back down to 250. Huobi token, 17%. So other than Bitcoin, we had to slide down 15 spots to the 15th place to see any positive movement, and that's Huobi token at 17%. Let's keep going down. Chainlink at 99%. So that gives us 3 coins in the top 21. Let's keep going down. This one I am not familiar with. Atlantis Blue Digital token up 146%. Eno coin, again, not familiar with. I'm assuming these ones are new coins. But the other thing we wanted to look at, what are their daily trading volumes as well. So now we see Eno coin. Okay, so Eno coin is sitting at 35% up, but Enocoin has a daily trading volume of $16,000. Okay, that is horseshit. Atlantis Blue Digital has no recorded volume. So how is it even there? How can you give it everything when you can't even, where's its 24-hour volume? Stuff like that worries me, okay? Let's keep going down here. Hedge Trade, 378%, but again, is barely trading any volume at $500,000. And again, in this market, $500,000 can get speed bagged in either directions with the pump and dump groups. It's just, again, not very healthy volume. Let's just keep going down. We see Platin Coin at 57%, very healthy volume at 3 million per 24 hours. At least that tells me people take it seriously. Again, I don't care how good the Thor project is, at 36%, which is sliding back from its 20, whatever it was, 27,000. Look at 527,000%. But why does it look like that? Again, look at its daily trading volume of $168,000. I've said from day one since I've been watching it, it's probably a couple of the project people literally pumping it up, trying to bait people, and I don't like that at all. Ravencoin at 195%, but again, daily trading volume, 5 million. Healthy, tells me people are taking it seriously. KuCoin shares, 26%. Very nice to see. And we're only going to do our top 50, so we'll have to throw Insight Chain there at 37%. But again, healthy volume at $8 million. So we've got 7 or 8 coins in the top 50 that have actually gained since our last market at the 90 days ago at the 250 mark. A couple of these coins you got to be super careful of. They've got no trading volume. Looks like a lot of bait to begin with. So we're going to get out of here. It's nice to get back and do a video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We see Bitcoin back at the 96.53 mark, and we'll be back in a day or two. As well, don't forget, go check out the About section. Again, we're still pounding faucets, multiple payouts. Crypto tab browser couldn't be an easier way to earn yourself some more free Bitcoin. So if you're interested in paid to click faucets, earning free Bitcoin in your spare time, go to my About section. Got some really healthy links up there for you guys. And that's all I got for you. This is 88 Fantastic, showing you how to take a bite out of the cryptocurrency market. Take care, y'all.